Turn it up.
And hopefully the brain attached to the mouth, right? The brain, more important than the mouth is the brain. The brain is much more important.
He is the brain, and I am the mouth. What is happening? Man, let me tell you. Have you had a good day? My day has been strange. And some strange revelations about myself and about the people around me. Let's get this done. Right here. Yeah, let me adjust this a little bit. How's it going? How's it feeling? How are you feeling? Let's get this over here. Hey, there you are. There you are. So yeah, let's see. Ta-da! There we go. René Beard, Cynthia Albelsen, Linda Hippel, Susie Stockstill. What's happening, cousin? I feel like I'm in the front car of a super coaster. What? Let's see. I feel like I'm in the front car of a super coaster looking at the first big drop. I'm telling you, that is a perfect example. A roller coaster. It's like the Zephyr at Pontchartrain Beach. A long time ago. Hold on just a second. Let me tighten this up. There could be a little bit of noise while I do it. So did you notice Biden in the world? Biden is taking credit for the peace or the ceasefire in Israel. And first I heard that Egypt brokered it, right? But then all of a sudden the news and everybody's saying that Biden did it. And Bibi even cowered down and stopped because Biden said to stop. Do you not think that it is absolutely wild, Emerald 5, Renee Beard and Linda Hippel and Harold Thexton? Do you not think that it is absolutely wild that our government, our media, and everybody are telling us that interdimensional beings, crafts, have come into our realm? That's the way they're putting it. I mean, they say that these things are otherworldly. The greatest discovery in the history of mankind has just been made, or at least confessed to, of the existence of what they once thought were aliens. They still think they're aliens, but not the same. So, but listen, Renee Beard, like, think about this. Think about this. Like, when we think something's BS and something doesn't matter and we can't believe what these people think, it doesn't matter what we think. It matters what they think. And the fact that they're telling everybody that that the Navy and all these people have seen these craft every day for years. And people are like, oh, aliens, huh? Okay. Nobody's flipping out. Nobody's saying war, we're going. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. Everybody is just like, where's the job? Let me go take the job. Where's the job? Let me go eat. Let me piss. Let me shit. Oh, let me have sex. Let me eat. Let me piss. Let me shit. Let me go have sex. Let me eat. Let me piss. Let me shit. Let me go have sex. See what I'm saying? It's like a dog. That is animalistic. So Duxbury, see, it may be, right? You may consider it to be BS, but it doesn't matter what you and I think. It matters what they think. What they think. It doesn't matter what we think. And the moment you realize that, the quicker you'll fare better. Emerald 5 says the only BS I have time for is a banana sundae. So ADB said, how come the rest of us don't see these things? Telling us may explain what they're about to subject us to. What are you talking about, ADB? Are you asking me? Are you asking the ether? Renee Beard said, I think that's funny. Not blinking an eye. Yeah. So YouTube is telling me stuff right now about my bit rate. So it may freeze up. If it does, just please refresh your screen. Anyway, before I go any further, I am going to talk about this. If you're new to the channel, you'll be new to this. If you're not, you are not. Folks, do you suffer with leg cramps, with muscle spasms, with restless legs, neuropathy, type 2 diabetes, joint pain, hand cramps, now just everything that comes with being human, right? And I had horrible muscle spasms in my legs. And I think that the reason I have leg cramps and the reason you have leg cramps are probably the same reason. And it's what is in our food. It is glyphosate. And studies have shown that glyphosate, or at least it's hypothesized, theorized that glyphosate replaces glycine in our bodies. And we need glycine for hormones, for muscle, our muscles, the way they work. Muscles need oxygen. And when your muscle doesn't get enough oxygen, it cramps. It's starving for oxygen. Hold on. I had to answer that. Oxygen, ladies and gentlemen. 7 molecules of oxygen. This is not our sponsor. This is us. We developed this. We developed this for my problems, which are probably a lot of your problems, because we are Americans, because we are eating the same foods. So we all suffer from the same thing. I'm telling you. And listen, check this one out. You're probably going to laugh at it, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So, for every maintenance system that you buy, starting now through July 3rd, you'll be entered to win a 10-ounce silver bar. If you spend the equivalent to this on our site, you will be entered to win a 10-ounce silver bar. Look up the price of silver. You'll see what you're getting. A 10-ounce silver bar. On July 4th, we will do a drawing. And somebody's going to win that bar. So for every management system, that's this two jar system. It's got capsules and powder. 1 teaspoon is all it takes in hot water, and you'll be blown away. Immediate results. I mean, immediate. For some, it may take a few minutes. I noticed that if the neuropathy is in your hands, you're going to start feeling that first. And it's going to take a few times until it gets down to your feet, if you got it in your feet. You take the powder at night and in the morning, and then the capsules every so often during the day. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you any medical advice. Go to getspasmfree.com. Spasm free is not a cure or a diagnosis, only a management system. Hey, feeling your age? Let's change that. I think I found the fountain of youth. It's called oxygen. What a concept. What a concept. Check it out. GetSpasmFree.com. The phone lines are open. If you, did they close? I might have to open it back up. If you have taken Spasm Free during the show and you want to call in, feel free to call in. If you have any questions about it, call. It's Friday, and life's too short. Life doesn't have to suck. Life doesn't have to suck. So, the phone number. The phone number is 833-927-3786. 833-927-3786. Emerald 5, Spasm Free helps with sugar spikes. Would it also help with sugar cravings? I got something for you for free that'll help you with sugar cravings. Eat an olive. Eat an olive, a green olive. Eat a green olive. Thank you for putting that number out there, Cynthia. 833-927-3786. 833-WAR-DRUM. 833-WAR-DRUM. So these crafts, we're gonna get into the word in a minute. As I told you, Lucifer was a cherub. He was the cherub that covered the Ark of the Covenant. And, and in fact, somebody asked, well, what about the Ark of the Covenant? When the Ark of the Covenant going to be revealed? Was it a few months ago when 800 people were killed in Ethiopia as the military sieged a church that was known for supposedly housing the Ark of the Covenant and took it? Crazy. Lucifer is a cherub. What does a cherub look like? Turn to Ezekiel chapter 1. So while we turn to Ezekiel chapter 1, basically every $44.97 and over you spend, you will be entered into the drawing for a 10-ounce silver bar that will draw. The drawing will take place on July 4th. That gives time for those who just bought some they'll be ready to buy some more in less than a month's time, and they'll be able to enter it too. So it's not like that I'm gypping those who bought yesterday out of it. And you can also give on PayPal, folks. If you give $45 on PayPal, I'll enter you into it. The same thing. If you spend that on PayPal, if you have no issues with spasms and things like that, please consider supporting the show. Give on PayPal, and I'll enter you into that drawing as well. Cynthia is putting the PayPal link in the chat now. If you want to look at Ezekiel chapter 1, let's look and see what a cherub looks like. Satan was a cherub, remember Ezekiel 28? You're welcome, Stephanie. Dini. Oh, I thought you meant reading this. You mean the spasm free. Call in and tell everybody, Stephanie. 833-927-3786. That is so awesome, Stephanie, that it's working for you. I'm so happy. Duxbury Real Estate is spasm-free MSM. No, it is not. But I tell you what, it has almost the same effect, and it's legal. I have done MSM, and this is easier. And MSM would not stop. MSM would not stop muscle spasms. Would not stop restless legs. This will stop it immediately. This will stop restless leg syndrome immediately. I'm telling you. By the time you drink it and you go sit down in your bed, wait 15 minutes before you lay down. You might have to burp. I don't really wait anymore. I just let myself burp as I walk. You're going to burp once. And by the time you get to your bed and you lay down, if your restless legs haven't ended, you will feel it leave. You will feel it leave your legs. It's crazy. It's like I could feel it move down my legs and go out the bottom of my feet. I'm not kidding. Because you drink, you drink and it's making its way through your body. So it's going to, as it moves through, oxygen, ladies and gentlemen. 7 molecules of oxygen. Magnesium glycinate. That is not magnesium. That's the glycine of magnesium. And that's something we're missing from a product called Roundup. Glyphosate. It's in everything. It's in our food. It's in our meat. It's in everything because everything's eating grains and corn and all these animals. So it's just the way it is. Ronald Foos like, that's it. I'm going to take some now. You can take some when you go to bed too, man. Thank you, Harold Thaxton. So, the powder is the 1-2 punch. That's the, like when you take antibiotics and you have to take 2 the first night before you start taking 1. Well, that powder, that's what that is. I mean, we're giving your system a shock of oxygen. A shock of oxygen. We're giving your body a shock of oxygen. Ezekiel chapter 1. Ezekiel. So now it came about. Here we go. And who is this?
Hi, this is Stephanie.
Hey. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you tried it.
I have tried it for every night for about a week now. I love it.
It's
I love
crazy.
it. I sleep so good.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Not one leg cramp, nothing.
It's like I'm pinching myself still. I'm like, is it really possible that God
It is.
that God gave me this, right? That God gave me something that
Right.
actually works.
Exactly. I am all in, and I'll be ordering more for sure. I don't want to quit it now because my body's starting to feel better. So
Well, that's I can't live without it.
can I buy big buckets full of it?
Well, I will tell you a secret that if you like these jars, like together they're $44.97. If you buy them separately, they're like 24 a piece, 23 a piece, and
Right.
but you can if you want both of them to be powder, you can specify that in the instructions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
you may not take as many capsules. In fact, if I may be a little like if you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer. But the diarrhea.
Yes, it does.
Has it gone away yet?
Yeah. Everything feels.
Isn't that
good.
crazy? Did you have diarrhea for a couple of days?
Oh, absolutely.
Is that and did you see stuff? Did you see stuff that you hadn't seen in a while in that toilet?
Yeah.
I mean,
and I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's almost.
But I'm old and constipated. So.
But it's almost like detox.
Right, and it feels really good.
Yeah, it's almost like detox.
I've noticed that I have a little more energy.
Oh yeah, oxygen.
And it just gets better. So.
Oh, that blesses me. That blesses me to hear. That really
Good job.
blesses
And I've
me.
been recommending it to my friends that have aches, joint aches and pains, and saying, you got to go get this. It's not expensive and it's all natural.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. So I am producing a new capsule. We're gonna keep the original, but I'm working with some people, and they're doing some beta testing. They haven't started yet, but I'm trying to see. It's possible I'm going to be working with a football team.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the issue though is the drink. Like on a football field, you can't drink this hot. I mean, you could, but
no, they'd puke.
And you don't.
I don't know. I grew up in Texas. I know how those football fields are. They would puke.
I don't know if you've tried this cold, but it's disgusting. It is.
Oh, I know.
It's disgusting cold. It has to be hot. It has to be hot for it to work.
It was disgusting hot, but I made it, only a little bit of water and just gulped it down like you do maybe an Alka-Seltzer real quick and let out a burp, and I was good to go.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it.
And ate some chocolate, so I'm good.
I've gotten used to it, and like I say, it's like just really, really salty chicken noodle soup. I kind of know exactly how much water that to put in it that I like. And that's the thing. You can take this more. You don't have to just take it at night. You don't have to. You can take this whenever you want.
I take it in the morning and at night.
Yeah. Do you take the capsules at all?
I break. Dummy me. I should have just bought the powder. But I take the capsules and I just put it in like hot water.
Yep. That's all you need to do.
Whatever. I break them apart.
Yeah. So you
get it going.
So you didn't get the powder. Okay. Yeah. If you're out there and you bought just the capsules, three capsules is a teaspoon. So 3 of them, 3 or 4, you break them up, and that's going to be if you were to have the powder. I mean, the capsules are for the people that cannot handle the taste, but when you take them as a capsule, the delivery system is different and everything is different. It will still keep you from getting spasms, and it'll be deeper, but it's not as fast.
Right. I noticed that the other day because with my injury, my leg was really bothering me. And every time I lay down at night, that's when it like electrical current goes through it.
So
it stopped instantly.
That's crazy. See, all the, so you have an injury to one of your legs. I remember you asking about that.
Yeah.
So when you have an
I was in a motorcycle wreck in '84 and broke it. I had 2 big major breaks, but 42 breaks all in all.
Oh.
Between my knee and my ankle, and just went through years, bone infections, and they were going to cut it off and like come to Jesus, I mean, people just coming. I was in a military hospital, and I'm coming from the woodwork to minister to me, and I'm like, my God's got it.
Yeah, and that's what's so special about spasm free. I hate to be corny about it, but I mean,
right. I mean,
I don't know how.
Those who wait.
I don't know how often you've listened to the show, but we've been going through the book of Revelation.
I've been following you for a long time.
So like when we say that, why we say that 7 is God's favorite number.
Yes. Because
that's we study His Word, and we know Him, and we know that's His favorite number. Well, what you have been ingesting has 7 molecules of oxygen.
Right.
That's really wild. Really wild. And the fact that and hear me, ladies and gentlemen that are listening, a virus can't live in that much oxygen. It cannot.
No, it cannot.
It cannot.
No, it cannot.
And in fact, like I've said, some people have stopped the herpes virus with this. Somebody asked if it was MSM. It will act like that, but it's not that. It's easier to get down, and you don't have to do it as much. MSM. I don't know if you know what MSM is, but it's people,
I do.
People call bleach drinkers. That's good stuff. It's also illegal, and you can't just get it.
Right.
But it doesn't stop spasming. It doesn't stop. It doesn't put oxygen in the blood. It doesn't do all that. And I really think that the oxygen is actually rejuvenating things in the body.
I believe that. That's how my leg feels. It's better. So it can only keep getting better.
What about the brain?
I like the way I feel.
What about the brain fog?
That's lifted, but I'm also doing hormones because I'm that age. So I don't know. That's yet to be determined.
So this new capsule we're going to develop, it's going to have magnesium citrate in it, which will help with with constipation.
Oh God!
But it's just a little. It's not too much. It's not enough. Like when they take that when you have surgery, they give you tons of it. Yeah. That's meant to clean you out.
I know what it is. You can buy it at Walgreens.
But
tastes nasty.
But
it works.
But we're putting these are going to be in capsules, and it's going to be just a tiny bit, and it's going to be in powder form, and it's going to work with all this other stuff. So it's not going to be the same. And the capsules are actually going to have plain glycine in it. And glycine is needed
it's good for your blood sugar.
To make hormones too.
Uh-huh.
Very important.
So
very
it's good
important.
For menopausal women.
Yeah. In fact, I mean, that's kind of like, while you're dealing with menopausal things, when you take spasm free, notice the things that you may have suffered with through menopause and all that before, and see if they're any different.
Yeah,
spasm
I've been noticing that. Last week, and I'm like, okay.
Because another thing is, I can't speak from experience, but I think menstrual cramps, women are gonna be able to get a little bit of relief from like the ones that have really bad cramps.
Right.
That
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
but spasm.
No, I'm teasing. I know all about that.
So
but I'm beyond that. For an old woman that's going through all of that, and it has done wonders on my body.
Yeah.
It feels so much better, and I can't say thank you enough.
Hey, my pleasure. I'm just, you don't know how, man, it's like every time that I hear that stuff, there's like a little lump in my throat because it's just,
Well, it works, and I will definitely be sharing that with all of my friends because we're all of the same age.
Yeah, yeah, and because you've used it, you'll be able to tell them what to do.
Absolutely.
Because
they know that I don't take anything, and I'm the naturalist of everybody, so it's like I don't take anything.
But you see, like
I'll take a thyroid pill because I have to. That's it.
a woman, she said that it was a waste of her money. It didn't do anything. That no one should buy it. I'm like, what?
Oh,
I'm like,
I don't believe that.
And I said, well,
I don't believe that.
Did you follow the instructions? But and that's the thing. If somebody doesn't follow the instructions and they just tried whatever, it may not work. I mean,
you can't. It's all mind over matter too. I mean, I firmly believe that if I buy something and I'm interested in it, and I believed in your product because it's natural, and I'm all about that. So it can't hurt me. Right.
It can't hurt you.
Why not? I mean, I've tried all of the other crap they try to sell you.
You know what?
It never worked. So
what kills me is the things that like people want to know, like, well, what's in it? You can go to the website and see what's in it, no problem. But they say because my doctor says I can't not to take this. If I take, I can't take this. I can't take this. I can't take this. And I'm like, your doctor's killing you.
Right.
How long you been treated by your doctor? How long have you been?
Exactly.
Exactly. And after the crown virus, how could anybody? I mean, that's the most amazing thing is when people quote like medical stuff to me, telling me what causes restless leg syndrome, what the experts say, and I'm like, really? The experts? Really?
The experts.
Yeah,
My
really.
mother had restless leg. None of those drugs worked for her.
None of them. Yeah.
But she wouldn't listen to me, so.
Yeah.
Like, Mom, just try this. It can't hurt you.
Is she still alive?
No, she died.
Right.
She died last year.
Wow.
But she was older and just had, I wish that she could have tried this because I think she would have felt a lot better.
It would have changed her life.
Yeah.
I mean, my restless legs was so bad. It was like popcorn underneath my muscles and underneath the skin.
Yeah.
It was like.
Yeah, mine's not been that bad, but I know that she was always up. Like she couldn't sleep more than 2 hours at the most.
Yeah.
And that was with Xanax and whatever. Medicated her for years.
So you're sleeping longer, and it's awesome, isn't it?
I am, and it's a deeper sleep because I'm not getting woke up every time I stretch my leg and I get a Charlie horse,
So one of my tests was to be able to stretch like a cat, like lay on my side, put my arms up above my head, and point my feet and my legs and stretch. Because if I was to do that at any time before, I would get a Charlie horse in my calves.
Right.
So that was
mine's always the middle of the night stretch thing.
That was my test. That was my test. If I could stretch like that, I've done it. And
cool.
I sometimes I can stretch like that. It all depends on what I do the day before and what I eat actually.
Right.
And that's another thing, I'm trying to develop this system. It isn't supposed to be just taking the powder and taking the capsules, but, that people talk. It's a lifestyle with me. It's talking with me.
Not that we all don't falter and eat ice cream and pizza. And stuff like that,
but if you eat it once in a while, it's better than eating it every day.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, and stopping and stop eating when you're full. rather than keep going. When you're full, stop.
So I've become a grazer as I've gotten older, and I just graze.
Yeah. Yep.
But it works for me. I have cheese and grapes and whatever.
Yep, I graze. Yeah, to me, like a big plate of food makes me sick. Just looking at it.
I can't eat.
Yeah.
I don't eat like I used to. Not at all.
Yeah.
If I had to go to a family dinner, it's going to be, I'll eat in the living room.
So I'll tell you a little. I'll kind of give a little secret about something I'm developing. I'm developing a you know what a psyllium husk is, right?
Yeah.
I'm developing a fiber capsule that puts oxygen in your intestines.
That'd be cool.
To clean all the shit out of them.
Right.
Like really, like.
Right, because at
really.
any given time, the human body holds about 25 pounds.
Yeah.
Of shit.
Of shit.
Amazing when you think of it and you look at a person and you think, wow.
Yeah, the pockets.
That's a lot.
The stomach lining, the pockets in there, you know. I know it's. And what's awesome is the first few days on spasm free, you get that stuff out of there. You see it. Yeah. It's okay, folks. Turn around and look in the toilet. It's okay. Turn around and look.
Yeah, you're not going to die.
No, you're not going to die.
Well, you might when you see all the crap coming out of you.
Yeah.
But you'll feel better.
Isn't it amazing? I mean, you'll feel better, but I'm just still shocked that it does that, you know. I remember when I was developing it. When we found out that it cleansed, it was like a detox the first few days, we were excited. I mean, we were like, oh my gosh, it does this too. And we knew why. We knew why. Right. We knew that it was cleaning out all the junk.
Exactly.
So that it could do it, be natural, you know?
Right.
So yeah, you know, again, people, if you are concerned with the crown virus, this is like MSM. It's not gonna live. You can't live in it. It can't.
Right.
So, hey, well, thank you, sister. I'm so glad.
Thank you so much. It's been very nice, but I need to go.
Yeah, same here. We'll go. We'll see you later. You take it easy.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, you know, I just love hearing when things work out. Most of the time, they don't work out for me. I mean, most of the time, nothing works. Most of the time, nothing works. Ezekiel. So we're talking about Lucifer being a cherub. Very important. Very important. Especially with the alien situation. Let's look at this. Ezekiel chapter 1. Now it came about in the 13th year, on the 5th day of the 4th month, while I was by the river Chebar among the exiles, the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of God. As I looked, behold, a storm wind was coming from the north, a great cloud with fire flashing forth continually with a bright light around it, and in its midst something like glowing metal in the midst of the fire. Within it there were figures resembling 4 living beings. So we've been going through the book of Revelation. You should be very aware what this is. And this was their appearance. They had human form. Each of them had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and their feet were like a calf's hoof, and they gleamed like burnished bronze. These are beings. These are extra-dimensional, spiritual, living beings. These beings are alive. These are not so much angels. They're not angels. They're alive, living. Under their wings, on their four sides, were human hands. As for the faces and wings of the four of them, their wings touched one another. Their faces did not turn when they moved. Each went straight forward. So they're moving. They don't turn like this. They don't look around like that. As for the form of their faces, each had the face of a man. All four had the face of a lion on the right, and the face of a bull on the left, and all four had the face of an eagle. Back here. Such were their faces. Their wings were spread out above. Each had two touching another being and two covering their bodies. And each went straight forward. Whenever the spirit was about to go, they would go without turning as they went. So there is a spirit and the living being, and they are working in concert together. Watch. We can't imagine this. This is otherworldly, beyond anything that we can even imagine. And each went straight forward, and whenever the spirit was about to go, they would go, without turning as they went. In the midst of the living beings, there was something that looked like burning coals of fire. This is the reactor. Like torches darting back and forth among the living beings. The fire was bright, and lightning was flashing from the fire. And the living beings ran to and fro like bolts of lightning. Really fast. In the midst of the living beings, wait. Now, as I looked at the living beings, behold, there was one wheel on the earth beside the living being. This is its spirit. For each of the four of them. There was one wheel on the earth beside the living beings for each of the four of them. So that each one of them had a wheel. Remember when I showed you that picture? If I could find it, I should find it again, but I can't. I'll show you one day. But use your brain. You can use your brain. The appearance of the wheels and their workmanship was like sparkling beryl, and all four of them had the same form, their appearance and workmanship being as if one wheel were within the other, a gyroscope. Whenever they moved in any of their four directions without turning as they moved, meaning they moved in right angles. Listen. Whenever they moved in any of their four directions without turning as they moved. See? So they're not turning. They're like, because they got four heads. The lion is looking this way. So when they move this way, the lion sees that way. This being sees in all four directions at once. The lion, the ox, the man, the eagle. This is a manifestation of the person of Christ, the four Gospels. As for their rims, these wheels, they were lofty and awesome, and the rims of all four of them were full of eyes round about. So there's lights on these things. He sees eyes, but they're lights. Think about it. Think about it. As for their rims, they were lofty and awesome. They were giant. And the rims of all four of them were full of eyes round about. Whenever the living beings moved, the wheels moved with them. And whenever the living beings rose from the earth, the wheels rose also. What does this sound like? We're not playing no ancient alien stuff. This is God. This is God. Ezekiel 28 says that Lucifer is one of these creatures with the wheels. What do you think he's going to look like? He's going to look like a UFO. Sandan, it's like seeing from above all at once. Yeah. It's a great imagery for, super perception, but it would be a great symbol for omniscience, knowing all. Omnipotence, being everywhere. I mean, omnipresent, being everywhere. Omniscient, being knowing all. Omnipresent, being everywhere. Weird. Whenever the living beings moved, the wheels moved with them. And whenever the living beings rose from the earth, the wheels rose also. Wherever the spirit was about to go, they would go in that direction. The wheels rose close beside them, for the spirit of the living beings was in the wheels. See? That's weird. That's like psychedelic. That's psychedelic. Whenever those went, these went. And whenever those stood still, these stood still. And whenever those rose from the earth, the wheels rose close beside them, for the spirit of the living beings was in the wheels. He says it twice. Now over the heads of the living beings, there was something like an expanse, like the awesome gleam of crystal spread out over their heads. An expanse would be a rectangle. A rectangle. So this is a craft. You're like, God don't need a craft. God don't need to travel in anything. But God has style, so he does. The ancients called this the chariot of God. It ain't no chariot. It's a badass ship, is what it is. Because he's sitting on, he's in the control room. Watch, it's coming. You'll see. Under the expanse, their wings were stretched out straight, one toward the other. Each one also had two wings covering its body on the one side and on the other. I also heard the sound of their wings like the sound of abundant waters as they went, like the voice of the Almighty, a sound of tumult like the sound of an army camp. Whenever they stood still, they dropped their wings. And there came a voice from above the expanse that was over their heads. Whenever they stood still, they dropped their wings. Now, above the expanse that was over their heads, there was something resembling a throne, like lapis lazuli in appearance, and on that which resembled a throne high up was a figure with the appearance of a man. So you got this huge flat surface, these round wheels within wheels at each corner. In the middle, underneath this rectangle, there is a fire. The lightning comes out. And around this lightning, there are these 4 living beings, and their wings are making a square. And when they are moving, their wings are out and they're touching each other like a square. And there's this fire and lightning spitting out from in the middle of them. This is the ship. So, and then there's this throne. So you got the expanse, and there's this seat on the top of this expanse, and there's something that looks like a man sitting on this throne, this control, this pilot's seat. That's Sandan, they called it a chariot. It doesn't look like a chariot, but I can see why they would call it a chariot. But yeah, the ancients called it the chariot of God. So I noticed from the appearance, wait. Now above the expanse that was over their heads, there was something resembling a throne, like lapis lazuli in appearance, and on that which resembled a throne, high up was a figure with the appearance of a man. Then I noticed from the appearance of his loins and upward something like glowing metal that looked like fire all around within. He's got a joystick, a control arm that's coming up between his legs. And there's fire that's coming up here. And that's his controls. I'm telling you, it's right there. Then I noticed from the appearance of his loins and upward something like glowing metal that looked like fire all around within it. And from the appearance of his loins and downward, going down right here, I saw something like fire, and there was a radiance around him. As the appearance of the rainbow in the clouds on a rainy day, so was the appearance of the surrounding radiance. So he's got all these colored lights around him. Like not lights, but a rainbow. It's probably lights. So you say, well, where did that rainbow come through? Remember, the expanse that his throne is sitting on is crystal. What does light do when it shines through crystal? It diffuses. What's beneath him? The 4 living creatures with the fire and the lightning. They're right below him. And he's sitting on this crystal clear expanse. And the fire is coming up between his legs, his loins, and there's fire coming up everywhere. And all around him is this rainbow and sparkling glass. This is his ship. As the appearance of the rainbow in the clouds on a rainy day, so was the appearance of the surrounding radiance. Such was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. And when I saw it, I fell on my face and heard a voice speaking. Then he said to me, Son of man, stand on your feet, that I may speak with you. As he spoke to me, the Spirit entered me and set me on my feet, and I heard him speaking to me. Then he said to me, Son of man, I am sending you to the sons of Israel, to a rebellious people who have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me to this day. So, something to remember, they, like us, are waiting. They're waiting for the temple of the Lord. He is in exile. He's in Babylon, as we are in Babylon. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? So, hey, while I'm turning these pages, go to getspasmfree.com. Any amount you spend over the cost of of the management system, you'll be automatically entered to win a 10-ounce silver bar, which we will draw on July 4th. So through July 3rd. And if you don't suffer with any medical issue like that, we need your support. So please consider supporting us on PayPal. Gifts of $45 or more will be automatically entered to win the silver bar. To win the silver bar. Go to getspasmfree.com. The stuff's on sale right now because this is our grand opening. It's $44.97 right now. It will be going up in a few days, so I would advise you to go get it while you can. Okay, so look at Ezekiel 28. Look at Ezekiel 28, and I'll show you who this being is, of which I think we are about to see return, and he is going to counterfeit the Lord. And a lot of people are going to believe that he is the Lord returning when it is not. It is not. Ezekiel 28. So Lucifer was a cherub. He covered the Ark of the Covenant. He covered the law. Lucifer is the most legalistic being in the universe. That's why he is mistaken for Christ. Because he keeps the law. He's not what you think. He's an angel of light. He's beautiful. He's not hideous. The word of the Lord came again to me, saying, Son of man, say to the leader of Tyre, thus says the Lord God, because your heart is lifted up, and you have said, I am God. I sit in the seat of gods, in the heart of the seas, yet you are a man and not God. Although you make your heart like the heart of God, behold, you are wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that is a match for you. By your wisdom and understanding, you have acquired riches for yourself. Folks, this is the spirit of the beast, which some of you call the Antichrist of the book of Revelation. The Antichrist is nowhere in there. It's in 1 John, but it is the same spirit that is in the man, the beast, whose number is 666. But this is him. This is to the one who energizes that man. By your wisdom and understanding, you have acquired riches for yourself, and have acquired gold and silver for your treasuries. By your great wisdom, by your trade, you have increased your riches, and your heart is lifted up because of your riches. Therefore, thus says the Lord God, because you have made your heart like the heart of God. Therefore, behold, I will bring strangers upon you, the most ruthless of the nations were in trouble, and they will draw their swords against the beauty of your wisdom and defile your splendor. They will bring you down to the pit, and you will die the death of those who are slain in the heart of the seas. Will you still say, I am God, in the presence of your slayer, though you are a man and not God? In the hands of those who wound you, you will die the death of the uncircumcised, by the hand of strangers, for I have spoken, declares the Lord God. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, take up a lamentation of the king of Tyre, and say to him, Thus says the Lord God, you had the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering, the ruby, the topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the lapis lazuli, the turquoise, and the emerald, and the gold. The workmanship of your settings and your sockets was in you. On the day that you were created, they were prepared. You were the anointed cherub who covers what? Covers the law. You were the anointed cherub who covers, and I placed you there. You were on the holy mountain of God. You walked in the midst of the stones of fire. From the day you were created until unrighteousness was found in you, pride, the real mark of the beast. Until unrighteousness was found in you, by the abundance of your trade, you were eternally filled with violence, and you sinned. Therefore, I have cast you as profane from the mountain of God, and I have destroyed you, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Your heart was lifted up because of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom by reason of your splendor. I cast you to the ground. I put you before kings that they may see you. By the multitude of your iniquities in the unrighteousness of your trade, you profaned your sanctuaries. Therefore, I have brought fire from the midst of you. It has consumed you, and I have turned you to ashes on the earth. In the eyes of all who see you, all who know you among the peoples are appalled at you, and you have become terrified, and you will cease to be forever. Wow. He's cast down from the mountain of God. Remember that. From the mountain of God. Sandan says, can't open the link. Is that the link from this PayPal? Is that the one? Let me put it in there for you. That one might be okay. If that's the one you were talking about. So he was cast down, right? He was cast down, thrown down, Satanas, the thrown down one. The thrown down one. And if we look back at Revelation where we were yesterday. Thank you, Sandan. Just that you're even considering it. I'm grateful. Thank you. Tiandra Himes, yeah, power and might in his word. And it belongs to us. All right, hold on. So let me see. 1 second. Remember, this is why, like in Revelation chapter 15, verse 8, when he says, and the temple was filled with this, right here in 15:5, Revelation 15:5, after these things I looked, and the temple of the tabernacle of testimony in heaven was opened. And the 7 angels who had the 7 plagues came out of the temple clothed in linen. That's not the verses I wanted to read. I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah, right here. And the temple of God, which is in heaven, was opened. The tabernacle in heaven, in the other verse that I was reading, same language. And the temple of God, which is in heaven, was opened, and the ark of his covenant appeared in his temple. Believe it or not, that is pointing us to Ezekiel 28, showing us that the ark of the covenant, Lucifer, is going to come. He's going to take his seat in the temple. Thanks, Sandan. See you later, man. Have a good night. We're going to be ending it right here anyway pretty soon. So we see that Lucifer, he enters the temple, which means people worship him. We are the temple, as we demonstrated last night. That Paul is the authority over his own words, and he says that the temple is our bodies. And so this beast, powered by Lucifer, he is just like Jesus. People pray to him. People invite him into their heart. People confess their sins to him. It's the counterfeit. And it's a counterfeit Jesus. Yeah. So anyway, I think we're going to head out here. Thanks for coming tonight. Please consider getting spasm free if you suffer. If you suffer with neuropathy, pain, Charlie horses, restless leg syndrome, brain fog, a host of so many things. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose anything. I can't treat you. I can't give you a prescription. I can't do anything. But I tell you what, I created this for my problem. And I've got a lot of problems that you have. Same stuff. Charlie horses, all that stuff. So if you buy the management system, spend $44.97 or more, whatever, you will be entered to win a 10-ounce silver bar, a drawing which we will draw on July 4th. So with that being said, you guys take it easy, and I will see you again real soon. Actually, I might come on over the weekend, maybe not, but we'll see. So anyway, you guys have a good night. Sleep well. And those who have ordered spasm free, you know it's almost time, and I bet you're looking forward to getting a good night's sleep. So take it easy, guys. Take it.